and welcome to the second episode of Fix My Style. And today, this is a very exciting subject. So today I'm here with not only my guests for this week, but also my BFF, Ingrid Hernandez. Say hi, Ingrid.
Hello.
So today's problem that we're going to fix, the hang-up problem. And this is actually one of my real life pet peeve hang-ups. So, and when Ingrid came to me with this, because Ingrid is someone I hang out with a lot, she's a part of my style club. So when she had this problem, I just thought, you know what? This is something we absolutely need to discuss. And Ingrid, why don't we jump right in? Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself, and then what was or is or was your big style problem?
Definitely was, because now you got to see after, so I'll get to share that. So I do belong to the style club, so I should kind of know, but it wasn't something I asked. I guess, since we go shopping and I got the clothes I need, I'm like, oh, it's okay. But obviously I had something I asked you and you were really excited I asked you. But a little bit about me. So I'm a momtrepreneur, so I'm a mom of three. And I've been selling Mary Kay and building my business for about 11 years. And recently, probably 2 years, I've become a licensed esthetician. So I really wanted to,
She's really good.
Thank you. I really wanted to really understand the skin deep. I wanted to understand kind of what happens, how you can treat and really keep us, we're going to all age naturally. So I want to help enhance it, look your best. And from the literally skin deep to the lipstick you put on to what you get monthly treatments. So it's been great, just being able to enhance what I do. And I love what I do. It's super soothing.
Ingrid is also a director with Mary Kay, for those of you who don't know that. And that's how the two of us met, was through Mary Kay.
Yeah, and it's been almost 12 years.
Wow. And we look exactly the same.
No, we look better. No, we look better.
Okay. Then that's true.
Yeah. So then I came to Christina, and I said, "Hey, Christina, is it really a big deal to have these felt hangers? I have plastic hangers." And she said, "What?" Yes, I have those.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today we are going to talk about the big hang up. Does it matter what hangers we have in our closets? So let me just share my screen, and we're going to jump in.
Oh my gosh.
Ingrid's style problem. So this was, you can see that okay, right?
Yes, perfectly fine.
Yes, so this was Ingrid's style problem. And this is what I see in a lot of closets when I do closet audits. So yeah, the whole issue of organization and hanging clothes, it kind of marries my two worlds of both interior design and style at once. So I love dealing with it. The problem is that a lot of people try to shove in a lot of hangers, and the hangers don't always want to cooperate. So they end up looking like a mess, and then really hard to find the clothes, and the clothes can really get damaged when you don't hang them properly. So today's problem was the hang-up problem, and how do we fix the hang-up problem? So one of the most important things to think about when we choose our hangers is the type of garment, so meaning the piece of clothing versus the hanger. And what kind of clothing are you hanging on your hanger? I'm just gonna come out here. Hold on, I'm still getting used to that. Can you still see me there?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do you see me on the side too?
I do. I see you on the side.
Okay.
And
I can't see that from here. Just learning Restream. All right. So when it comes to hangers, there are a lot of options. And I'm not saying that there's only one kind, but you got to look at what type of garment you're hanging. Is it a jacket that has a thicker shoulder that needs more support in the shoulder because it's wider? Or is it a thinner piece of garment, a thinner blouse that really should not have a bulky hanger because that's going to leave marks in the garment? Or is it a tank top that it doesn't really matter what's on the end here? So you really got to look at what type of garment you have. So if you know you have a lot of jackets or suits, you need some thicker hangers for that supports the structure of your garment. Now, the second thing, or almost the first thing you need to think about, but it's also the size of your clothes. You need to look at the size of your shoulders before you pick the right hangers. So if you have smaller size, smaller shoulders, then you can't use a gigantic hanger because look at this. It's going to leave marks on the garment. You're going to have these weird little poofs on your arm if your hanger is too long. The hanger should, in a shirt or blouse, should curve or stop right by your shoulder, right there by the seam. So size is super important. Something else that can happen, and this is a plastic one, you know, they kind of tilt to one side. The material of the hanger too, yes, these are not non-slip, as we can tell. But the material of the garment as well, if you have something that's knitted or is super heavy and can stretch, a thin hanger is not the best option. Then again, you need something that supports the fabric a little better. And also for, if you have dresses, long dresses with straps that are slightly stretchy, you don't want to hang them on the strap. Was that an aha moment, Ingrid? Because
yeah.
the straps, if you have a lot of the straps are going to get stretched out. So then you want to use these are actually trouser hangers, but you want to use a trouser hanger and you want to fold it over so that the garment material doesn't stretch out. Okay. So we've talked about the type of garment. We've talked about the size of your garment. We've talked about the material, both of your garment, but also of the hanger itself. Now, here's another metal hanger. Why I'm not loving this is because it's so thin that it's always going to leave a very, very distinct line on your clothing. I'm not a fan of wires. And can we just say that the ones that come from the dry cleaner, these are bye-bye, never the right hanger. You need to take them off right away when you get, and you also need to take them out of the plastic because clothes in plastic, they do not want to live in a plastic bag. Now, so for the different types of hangers, you have the trouser hangers, and then, you know, this is kind of a hybrid. This really does nothing for your tops because no one has shoulders or want to have shoulders that has this shape. So if your shirt starts having this shape, that's not a good idea. But again, this might work if you have wide shoulders and your garments are wide enough. Otherwise, you should probably have a bunch of different size hangers in your closet for different pieces of furniture. No, do not hang your furniture in the closet. But
that doesn't fit really well.
Not. So I also love these non-slip. They're not totally velvet, but there's some velvety. You can get these. I know you bought some on sale at Target, right?
Yes, I got a pack of, I think, 100, and they gave me both the regular ones and then trouser ones.
Okay. So yes, I often see these, the trouser ones, and they sell them for everything. They are usually way too big for female clothing. So I am not a fan of having only these. And I also think the shoulder here is a little weird. But I kind of like to mix and match all three. So you have, depending on what you're hanging. Now, I do love these two for size. You see how thin they are? If you compare it to a wooden hanger, it takes up a lot more space. So I love these for size. You can really get a lot of clothes in your closet. But if you have a grand, big closet and size is not an issue, then of course, by all means, you can have bigger hangers that take up more space. Totally up to you, whatever you like. But I love these non-slip thin ones. They're not super sturdy. They're going to break, but they're not very expensive either. So definitely invest. For bottom skirts, some trousers, I love these clip hangers. One thing to think about, if you're having a fabric that's delicate, say you have a top of a skirt that's a little delicate, you want to put a little fabric right in here so that it doesn't leave marks on the top of your skirt. So, but otherwise, I think these are super handy for all lengths of skirts. And I will say too, just from not just a size issue, but aesthetically pleasing. When your closet is uniform, meaning all the things are hanging nicely on the same height and not, sticking out like sore thumbs like that, you're gonna be more inclined to keep it that way. It's when we shove everything in, we don't really care. But if something is in order, it's much easier to keep it that way. So those were some of the tips, and apparently some that Ingrid didn't get already. So you got some new tips today.
Yes, I got some new ones, definitely.
Good. Now, let me ask you, I'm going to stop sharing. Any other questions, Ingrid?
No, I loved it. I loved the skirts, the fabric on the skirts, because I was running into, I wear a lot of dresses. I have scrubs, and they're all just one color, black. But I do have a lot of dresses, and I was kind of wearing the same ones because they were just easier to see. So you'll see the after. Now I'm like, oh, I had this dress and that dress. And what I used a lot of the ones that didn't have the trouser for my dresses and my shirts, because I'm not super small, but I'm not super wide. So the trouser ones were going over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And you can see the fabric stretching. So right now I have only the top part hangers.
Good. So why don't we go back and see your after? Can you see that? Oh, yeah, you can see that. Good.
I cannot see it.
Can you not see it?
Nope, I see you and I.
Oh, hold on. I think I do need like a little assistant here, but oh well. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the halfway through. So as you can tell, the difference between what was and what is now. So what is the biggest difference, more than you seeing more? Yes, because, you know, out of sight, out of mind. We don't think about the clothes we can't
Mhm.
see. Anything else you're noticing is a big
It just looks so much neater, so much unisex. It's so nice to look at versus it just, I think it's just overwhelming when you have so much stuff hanging out. Everything,
yeah,
I can see everything. And I kind of put everything, you know, short pants, short, I mean shirts, long sleeves. I kind of, it's easier to put in order and by color.
yeah, yeah.
So it's just aesthetically pleasing to look at and to go in and get changed. So definitely,
It's more
uh,
fun when it looks
yeah.
good. You're like, oh, yes.
Yes. And it wasn't difficult. It was kind of nice actually getting rid of the plastic hangers.
Yeah. No, there, and sure, there are some times where maybe they can, oh, uh-oh, there we go. Can be a good idea for some. If you have, say, men's shirts or something that are large and this is the right size for that, sure, then you can use them. But most of the time they're just kind of a nuisance. And again, not a fan of any kind of wire. Of course, this is a little sturdier than the one you get from the dry cleaner, but still, they're not great. They're great space wise, but they're not great for your clothes.
Oh, and Christina, I will tell you, so you know how some of the shirts have the string?
Yes.
So before I used to have to hang the string and then the shirt over and
Yes.
kind of tuck them. So I did notice, and I was really excited that when I put the shirt on, it didn't slip out. I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I
Yes.
didn't have to, by default, by habit, I put the string over, but I didn't need to, which was
Yes.
really
Which
nice.
is why the non, and the strings are there just for the manufacturer. They're meant for you to cut off when you buy the it's more for the store, so it doesn't slip during transportation and in the store. But they're
Mm.
really, with the proper hangers, you should not have to have the strings when you buy it.
That's another thing I learned today too.
See, that's what we do here. We just give
I love it.
good life hacks and ideas. All right, Ingrid, for being my guest today. And why don't you tell everyone how they can find you, reach you, follow you?
So the easiest way possible is to get one-stop shop is Linktree / Ingrid Hernandez, and there you'll see everything that I offer. So
Oh,
you'll
that's,
be able to see, yes.
yeah. And you're really good. Yes, look at my skin. It looks so good.
Thank
Between
you.
Mary Kay and Ingrid, I all settled. And also, for those of you watching, don't forget to submit your own questions, and we will fix them as well. All right. Thank you so much, Ingrid.
Thank
I will
you.
see you later. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye.